I have got a cool resource for you.
Every change has a reason, baby, let it come to you.
Hey guys, it is Casey with Accidental Homeschoolers. If you are new to my channel, I am a homeschooling mom of two. I'm a former teacher, and I love sharing everything about homeschooling, things we're doing as homeschoolers. And if you're not already subscribed, you should subscribe. So today I want to share a resource that I literally just found yesterday. And by the way, my cat's here. Let me back up. This is my cat Finn. He's been sleeping here, so I don't want to disturb him. Finn is actually diabetic. I didn't know before he was diabetic that cats could be diabetic. We actually had a scare last week where his blood sugar dropped really low, and I had to take him to the emergency vet clinic like at 11 o'clock at night. Let's just say the bill was really expensive, but I found that I had made the correct correction for his blood sugar. They ran a bunch of blood work, which costs a lot of money, but he's doing really well. Finn's 11, best cat on the planet ever, hands down. So, sorry for the segue, but cat. By the way, I hope you guys had a wonderful Memorial Day weekend. So the reason I'm sharing this resource is because on accident I happened to find it literally yesterday. So my family went to REI this past weekend because they're having their Memorial Day sale and everything is like 20 and 30% off. And really we went because everyone in my family needed a new set of trail runners because that's what we use to hike. That's what everyone's comfortable with. They last, they're wonderful. Like, I would never use any other shoe to hike other than a trail runner. I might make another video about that, but we love Ultras. I use Ultras for running, like road running, and for trail running. If you know nothing about hiking, you can literally watch people's videos. Everyone is hiking and trail runners. So anyway, we went to get trail runners, which we found some for everybody, and they were all on sale, and it was great. And we did that because where we are going, there's no REI close by. I think it's like 4 or 5 hours away. And where we live, there's an REI that's like just 1 hour away. So as we were getting everything we needed, I happened to come across this wonderful workbook. So the cool thing about this resource is that it has one for different regions. So spoiler alert, we're moving to the Southwest. So people are gonna ask. So anyway, the cool thing is they have them for every single region. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I know it said like Pacific Northwest, the South, Northeast, West, Central parts. It was really cool. But I actually had to order this one because where we are, the REI didn't have this one. I found this on Amazon. It was $14, and I will definitely link it below. But I thought it was really cool that they had them for different sections. So we are going to be utilizing this probably right before we head in that direction, because like I've said in other videos, we're going from where we are down to where my parents are to spend time, and we'll be there for several weeks, and I'm going to continue to do some homeschooling, and this is going to get included. It will probably start before we get there, and it will probably go into the next school year. But if you're looking for something that has to do with nature that's easy, this is for you. So I will do a flip through in a little bit and I'll show you what's inside, but it talks about the specific region, the animals, the biomes, all these really cool things. And in the back, there's actually like experiments and activities that you can do if you don't want to have to come up with anything on your own. So this was super cool. So let me show you a flip through. All right, so I wanted to give you a flip through of this workbook. Now, like I said earlier, they make them for all different regions in the US. All right, so in the table of contents, it has a section that's talking about getting to know that specific area for the one that you bought. It has the geography, Getting to know the biomes of that area, things that happened then versus now, state symbols, invasive species, getting to know the weather of the area, average last frost dates, which is very important if you like to plant gardens. You need to know your last frost date. And it's different for every region and every zone. And if you need to know which zone you're in, you can just Google that and find out what planting zone you're in according to where you live. Then it just talks about the different seasons and what they're like. And then I'm going to assume that it is kind of the same for most of these books, but basically talking about like, you know, how to make your yard bird friendly, geology and earth science, learning to identify basic bug groups, mushrooms and fungi, astronomy, lots of things like that. So let's flip through really quick. It's talking about the geography, and it gives you an actual map. Getting to know the biomes and talks about that. So that would be different for every single region. Which biome do you live in? It gives them some space for writing. In this area, it would be deserts and dry shrubland biomes. Talks a little bit about that. There's a quiz. There's a quick quiz. There's writing. I think if you had very young children, you know, you could have them draw a picture or just kind of dictate to them and help them, you know, write what they wanted, or they could tell you and you could write it for them. Different little quizzes, I'm assuming be like reading comprehension from the reading, prairie grassland, then versus now, state symbols, which I thought was very interesting for the states in that area because we've never lived there. So it's going to give us a good introduction. Plus, if you've lived in the same area for a really long time, I think this would be really great to just help introduce those things to your kids. It gives them a picture, and then you could go off and Google even more if you wanted. State symbols. Introduced species versus invasive species. I think that's a really good topic. Something to talk about, and that would be totally different in different areas. Oh, the weather. The highest temperature versus the lowest temperature. Deepest snow. What I like about this is that it's small pieces of information. They can answer questions, and it has very good pictures. This as well. What's the highest point in your state? Oh, that's cool. That'll be really fun. Ooh, highest and lowest points. It's identifying state birds. When will you see them? Will they come to my yard? Things like that, because there are some birds that are not going to come to your bird feeder. Caterpillars, bees, start an insect collection. We will not be doing that. Yuck. No, I might think about it. If he finds like beautiful butterflies, I might consider that. Mushrooms, that would be fun. You see them all the time. These are some of the basics. That would be kind of neat. Then it gives you a mushroom spore print. Oh, that's cool to talk about the spores. There's nature bingo, which I thought was kind of neat. I would probably just make a copy and take it with us. Then record your activities, discoveries, and finds here. So you can write about it, make a sketch. It's also got a ruler on the side, and there's several pages for that, so you could throw this in your bag. And then there's lots of other recommended reading. It gives you a glossary of all different types of terms, which would be good for him to learn to look up words. I love seeing what other YouTube moms or even other homeschoolers who just give me information and comments. I love knowing what you're doing and getting those ideas that just make life a little bit easier. So I wanted to share these things with you and, you know, share my cat Finn because he's special. He usually has to go with us a lot of places because he needs insulin injections twice a day, and not everyone is willing to actually like babysit my cat. So anyway, I hope you're having a wonderful day. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. If you like this video, please hit the like button. Please subscribe because it does help my channel grow, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.
Every change has a reason.